First card is a 10. Followed by 10 body squats. If you notice while I'm doing my body squats, I'm trying to bend the most at the waist and below, trying to keep the torso pretty much stable. 8 on deck. I know some of you guys, it's easy to get into a routine where you're moving your upper part of your body. There we go. 6 on deck. What's the tat on my stomach? That's my last name. Just lets you know who your opponent is. So you know. 3 on deck. Joker, this will be 10 on deck. Hey, what's up? Pamela's Jits, $10, man. Thanks. It's a good build, great tattoo, cool character. Thanks for the motivation. What do you think about stretching exercises after training? I think that's fantastic. Speeds up the recovery. Thanks for the channel support. Yeah, stretching after your workout, I believe releases the lactic acid built up that you develop through the workout. It gets rid of that. Helps to, anyways. Good stretching. King, that'll be 10 on deck. My timer had stopped. Pardon me. Eric LaPointe. Good morning. 10 on deck for the King. Scarlet Darlet. Welcome. Hey, thanks for sharing and liking the live, Savage. Appreciate it. Appreciate the support, guys. Have a sip of coffee. You know, take your time. Delicious. Here we go. 5 on deck. Do I have a microwave? Yeah, but I don't use it. Right? It came part of the rental. It's part of the rental. 5. It's not really mine. Yeah, buddy, coffee is king. I'm gonna have some lion's mane after this. Lion's mane, ace, this will be 10 on deck. Yeah, calisthenics, it's fantastic, ain't it? Get you there. Yeah. That lion's mane, it tastes pretty good. I like the taste of it. Joker, that'll be 10 on deck. Yeah, it tastes good. You put it with your eggs? Man, that's a good combination. Lion's mane and eggs. I was just thinking about the lion's mane, the powder, right? I've only used it as a supplement. I haven't really fully, unlocked all its features too. I should honestly be putting it in my coffee. You know? John says, reminds me of doing Navy SEALs. Never worked out that much in my life. Yeah. There we go. 2. Yeah, there's a lot. I mean, it's pretty much all there is 2. Pretty much all there is. Ten on deck. Yeah, a good cup of coffee is pretty awesome, right? I like to switch up between brand to brand. As long as it's organic, I'm good with it. 10. Rise and grind, right? 4. Chris's Rosins. Talking about lion's mane, oyster mushrooms, etc. Pasteurized eggs, pink Himalayan butter. What? Pink Himalayan butter. 2. You mean sea salt? And then the butter, right? Whoops. 4 on deck is the next one. Salted butter. We love butter, right? Who doesn't? Here we go. King, that will be 10. Where am I hiding my spaceship? What? Man, you're from out of this earth, out of this world, right? 10 on deck for the king. 10 on deck for the king. My spaceship is parked in the driveway. Right, with a blown brake line. We got to get that brake line fixed. Yeah, I went out, filled it up, came back to the house. The brake line blew on me right before I got in the driveway. It's a good deal though. I appreciate it happening so close to home. 8. Space Jam. No. Space Jam. Never seen it. Saw the movie Spaceballs. Spaceballs. You know that one, right? You guys remember that movie? That was an old one, right? The lunch pail. Yeah. Spaceballs. 6 on deck is the next one. Miracle Empress. We're all connected on the conversation, huh? That's the thing. It's the illusion of being separate. Interesting. You ever hear of the 100th monkey? The 100th monkey. Jack experiment, right? It's very interesting. Jack, this is 10 on deck. Sure, a few of you are going to look it up while we speak. But the 100th monkey experiment goes something similar to this, where they were taking sweet potatoes or yams and dropping them off on this island full of monkeys to feed them, right? Queen, 10 on deck. Well, the monkeys, they don't really like the taste of the sand that gets on the yams when the yams land on the beach from the airdrop. Queen, 10 on deck. But because monkey see, monkey do, right? They follow the elders and their habits, right? Of just eating the sand. But some of these yams would fall in the water, and then the younger monkeys would gravitate to those without the sand on it. Right, there's a learning curve happening. 6. Anyways, these monkeys that were getting this yam drop on this island developed a unique way of cleaning the yams that was unusual to the monkeys in general. The interesting thing about it is monkeys on shore that were not part of the island experiment in the yam droppings on the beach started to clean their yams in a similar fashion without being anywhere near those other monkeys that had developed the skill through necessity, right? King, how did the monkeys on shore know how to do it if they weren't in the situation to learn firsthand? It's like there's a vibration out there of learning, right? And all are affected, right? When one man learns something new, every man benefits from it. Jack, this will be 10 on deck. 100th monkey experiment. Well, they took the experiment even further. After they realized these monkeys were learning, the same thing being so far away, like, how is this possible? How is this possible, right? So they did the experiment with humans. Jack, 10 on deck, the 100th monkey experiment. So, the way they did it with humans is they took a poster with like 500 hidden images on this poster. And most people could only guess like 5 to 7 total. All the other images were hidden really well. Well, they took the same poster and put it in the United States. They put the same poster in the UK with a controlled group. And both groups at the same time, both controlled groups at the same time could only guess 5 to 7 images. And then one controlled group in the United States was specifically shown each image one by one. And as they were shown each image one by one, the other controlled group in the UK all of a sudden saw all the images without being told, right? There's a learning process, right? There's a vibration out there that when one man learns something new, everybody benefits from it. Everybody does. It's the 100th monkey experiment. Look it up, man. It's very interesting. It's like the world is learning on a hyper level. Yes. Like these workouts, right? They're easier for you because others have gone before you, right? 9 on deck is the next one. 9, and I think all my screens are frozen at this time. Oh no, they're not. They're moving. 9 on deck. There we go. We're halfway through that deck of cards. Halfway through. That's 200 reps so far. We're almost there. Let's see. Number 1, consciousness is different. Situations like radio. Right, like radio waves. Let's see. I'm in Ohio, yep. Hive mind, right? Frequency, collective consciousness. Yes, right. It's the illusion that we are all separate from one another. It's that ego that gets in the way, right? That ego. I am better than you, right? The ego is so terrible. Stay humble, my friend. Stay humble. 10 on deck. I've learned a lot from my ego, though. Don't get me wrong. Five on deck. 5 on deck. Just so you guys know, I declare today is a wonderful day. Yep, we're going to go out. It's going to be fantastic. We're going to be productive and positive. We're going to make good decisions. Jack, this is 10 on deck. Imagine we're all playing a video game right now, and you are the main character of that video game. Are you winning? Right? How are we winning? I like to think the groundhog method, Groundhog Day. Groundhog Day is my favorite mental exercise. If I've already done today, I've already done it. Today already came and went. And now's my chance to do it over again, but better. Better than the first time I did it. Queen, how am I going to do it? Better. All right? Groundhog Day, same day, every day. How am I going to do it better? Well, I'm in the process of making those choices as we speak. This is the process of choosing this over that. 6 is the next one. 6 is the next one. Yeah, I kind of think of my life as a video game, right? Do 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 do. You know what I'm talking about? Ace, 10 on deck. I'll be walking outside. I'll pick up a piece of plastic, and I'm like, oh, 2 points. Do. Right? I'll go to put it in the garbage can instead of the recycling. I'm like, oh, do. Gotta get that out. Put it in the recycling. You know, it's like a video game. I'm just gaining points. Right. Right. Mario Brothers. There we go. 7 on deck. How many times have you played a certain level in a video game, right? Where you just keep trying to get better and better at the same, get through it to the next one, right? That's Groundhog Day for you, right? How can I do this level better than I did it last time I was here? That's it. That's Groundhog Day for you. Aurora Farmouth. I don't know what that means. Arrow farming, maybe? I don't know. Here we go, jumping in with a 10 on deck. Greetings from Poland. What's up, man? Mates? Matis? My apologies for butchering your name, sir. 7 on deck. Don't push so hard, otherwise you're gonna have lots of hemorrhoids. Oh, been there, done that, had them cut out already. Right, working on my round 2. 7 on deck. Tell you what, I had hemorrhoid surgery while I was in prison. I'm like, you know what? While I'm here, and they'll do it for me, maybe I'll just go ahead and get my hemorrhoid surgery while I'm locked down. Right? Here we go. That was a terrible idea. Terrible idea. Do not get hemorrhoid surgery in prison. It's a bad time, man. It's a bad time. There we go. Wait till you get home. 4. Man. Yeah. Yeah, that was painful. I went for like 7 days without eating. Yep. That was wild, man. Nathan, here we go. 9 on deck. Was it painful, the surgery? Well, the surgery went bad, right? I came out, I had some crazy reaction to the anesthesia, right? I was shaking and all sorts of nasty stuff. And then all the painkillers that they're supposed to give you afterwards, they just go missing, right? They're nowhere to be found. The medical staff orders a new bottle of Vicodin every day, and they just goes missing. I never had my meds. It was terrible. Being in prison without meds, fresh after surgery, sucks. 9 on deck. Yeah. That's a common thing. That's a common thing. If you've ever been locked up, oh man, that's a whole different conversation. Need to have on like a podcast or something. Some of these topics of discussion, they go a little off center, you know what I mean? 5 on deck is the next one. It's easy. It's easy. Yeah, buddy. 7 on deck is the next one. You know, when I hurt my leg in prison and I was on crutches for a year and a half, you know, they couldn't figure out why I couldn't walk. They eventually said, oh, we'll just cut you open and poke around, see if we see anything. I'm like, no, you're not gonna cut me open and just to see if you see anything. It's just like doing stuff just to do it, right? For what? I almost went along with it, to be honest. I was at the point of like, I just need help. I can't walk, you know. Go ahead, cut me open, look inside, right? But I never happened. I decided. So what happened was, okay, so my time was coming to an end, right? I was about to go home, right? And I had a chance to go to a halfway house, right, to get out of prison a little bit sooner. But my leg was still injured. And they're like, well, you hurt yourself in prison, and it says you still need some kind of medical attention for your leg. So we'll just hold you here in prison longer. You won't go to the halfway house, right, because you got this medical issue. You know, you hurt your leg. And I'm like, no, I'm good. My leg's better now, right? Where's that waiver? Here, I'm not injured anymore. You guys are free and clear. Let me get out of here, right? So that's how they'll hold you in there. They'll threaten to hold you in there longer just so you sign off on the waiver and say, no, I'm not hurt no more, right? 2, that was my situation. And then they were going to give me some diesel therapy, ship me from one place to the next right before I was about to go home, right? That way I was, oh man. You guys ever hear of diesel therapy? Diesel therapy, you ever hear of that? 3 on deck? Man, diesel therapy. Bologna sandwiches. Whoo-wee. Makes my stomach sick just thinking about it. Guys ever see those Greyhound buses? They're all white with tinted windows. White Greyhound buses with tinted windows are filled to the brim with people, handcuffed together. Ace, that is 10 on deck. Ship you across the country on a white bus. Would I ever make music? Probably not in this lifetime. No. Not a musician. Well, probably a part of me is somewhere in there. 10 on deck. Not right now. Are you Polish? Yes. Well, United States Polish anyways. I was born here. The Acadian Carpenter, what's up? A buddy of mine did 3 years of it. Diesel therapy? Haha, yeah, boy, oh boy. That'll wither a man away. So if they don't like you personally, they put you on diesel therapy. Right? It just means they put you on a bus and you get shipped from one prison to the next, to the next, to the next, to the next, to the next. You're always in transit. It withers your body away to nothing, right? Because you're only fed the bologna sandwiches on transit. And then you have no place to rest your head and sleep because you're always on transit. You never stop moving. And then you don't have any of your personal property because you're always in transit. You never stop moving. Diesel therapy. Oh my goodness. Yeah, that is a rough one. 10 on deck. 10 on deck. Yeah, it's a loophole. It's a loophole in how to torture people, right? In the system, because they're like, oh, he's just getting transferred, right? He's fine. He's somewhere in the system being transferred. Your people can't get a hold of you because you're nowhere to be found. You're always in transit. Yeah, that's the loophole to punish prisoners. So some people are weird, but they do that. There we go. Jack, 10 on deck. Like, okay, what kind of prisoners would get punished? What kind of prisoner would get that kind of treatment? Well, it's usually guys that are sticking up for their constitutional rights, and they're writing a lot and making petitions, filing in the courts, giving the judges a headache, with doing their job, legally, right? Because there ain't no help. Those are the kind of guys that get the diesel therapy. The guys that are trying to work on their cases, right? Filing petitions. So, and to limit the guy's ability to fight their own case, they put them on diesel therapy so they're always in transit. Because you're never going to find a law library to work on your case when you're always in transit, right? You're not going to have use to a copy machine or time to write a letter or study your case, right? Because your property is nowhere to be found, right? Yes. 3 on deck. Oh my goodness. My goodness. There, there is no oversight on the prisons. They just get to do what they want. There's nobody to tell them no. Right. I mean, that's what it is. Yeah. Yeah, I eventually got to a halfway house after signing the waiver saying my leg was no longer injured and needed medical attention. Right? So I avoided the diesel therapy on my way home. Right? Because I was trying to get my leg fixed. Right? I got hurt in prison. I just wanted to be able to walk again when I was going home. Right? But I had to heal myself, fix myself with rehabilitation books over and over again with flossing and the smashing with the rubber band. You know, I had to do it myself. You can't leave your health in somebody else's hands. It's not going to happen, right? If you want to fix yourself, you are the number one. It's only you that's going to make this happen, right? You're four on deck. Nobody else is going to put the time and effort in for your health than you. You know, oh man, I could be so negative about my time and hardship. I could do that, but I'm not going to. It's easy to almost do that. You know what I mean? Tycho, man, how you been, man? $2. Good to see you. Thanks. Hey, all JP, how's the cold plunge working out for you, man? It's not working out for me, Tycho. The darn chest freezer. I mean, it's really embarrassing saying this, but the chest freezer is too small for me to get into. Right? I could only get into it like here. That's it. And then I could like almost get like one arm in, but I still got this whole top part of my body hanging out of the chest freezer. It's just too small. So that's a big issue. 7. The thing is, I just have to get a bigger chest freezer. The one that I'm using now, my neighbors were moving and they were throwing it out, so I thought it was big enough. It just ain't. Now, I got to get another one though. It was nice. Queen, 10 on deck. Queen is 10 on deck. Yeah. Listen, we're set. Guys, if you're new to the channel, we're just trying to be as positive as possible. Of course, we could go down that road and talk about negative stuff, but who wants to do that, right? Not me. Today is a fantastic day. Queen, that's 10 on deck. I can feel it in the air, you know? I can feel it buzzing. Right? It's going to be a wonderful day. And I'm going to tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to first off, I'm going to take my dog for a run around the block. On the longboards, you know, we got the longboards over here. We're gonna go around the block with the dog. 8, that's the first thing. I'm gonna get some breakfast in me, some eggs, hopefully. Maybe not. I don't think I have any eggs. It might be a quinoa day. Yeah, buddy. Quinoa is on deck. Right? That's what happens when that's my go-to after the eggs. And then following that, if I run out of the quinoa, then I go to the oatmeal. Yeah. Penny, she loves the run, right? Ugh. Stretch my legs out, man. That's it. Yeah, if I ate full meat, then I would just be shredded. But I don't. 8 is 10 on deck. I usually eat a dozen eggs a day, but if you follow along with my Facebook, Instagram, or Discord, you'll see that my eating habits, I feel like I'm eating less. I feel like I'm eating less. 8. Oh, you know what I'm gonna eat? I know what I'm gonna eat. I got a rotisserie chicken yesterday. I'm gonna polish off the leftovers of that. Yeah. Chicken for breakfast. Probably gonna have some potato salad with it. Yep, 9 on deck is the next one. I gotta stretch my leg out a little bit. Doing some sprints yesterday. That's nice. Well, chicken, go-to food. If I ever tried jiu-jitsu, no. I think it's pretty awesome. Never tried it though. I have a lot of respect for it. 9 on deck is the next one. Hey Top Gun, how you doing? Oh guys, we're almost there. Almost there. 3 cards left. 3 cards left. Do I have any other prison stories? Yeah, sure, man. I got 6 years of prison stories. 6.5. But we'll get these 3 cards out the way first before we even think about any of that. Who's pause? Steve says, had my first carbon mix with meats, water data. Not familiar. I don't know where that went. Hey guys. Hold on, guys. I got 3 cards left. First is an ace. This will be 10 on deck. We got 2 cards left. We have a 3. Last card, guys. What do you think we're at? There we go, 10 on deck. This is the last card, guys. Last card. Great job, guys. Great job. And you did that within 50 minutes.